Hi there, I'm 4G. That's short for Geeky Ginger Goth Gamer. I'll be here to provide game reviews and articles. Well, what else do you expect my name? Anyway, onward to my first review. Duke Nukem Forever. For those of you living under a rock for most of your lives, Duke Nukem Forever is something of a gaming legend. When this game was first announced, I was still at school, back when I was a mindless spotty drone. Actually, that hasn't changed much. So in its chaotic 14-year development cycle, the game went for at least 3 engine changes. I was started from scratch on all 3 occasions, a nightmarish prospect for any developer. 3D Realms kept any of it under wraps, apart from a few teasers, because they didn't want to spoil the game. So naturally it built up a huge hype. Although with its long-running development cycle, it became one of gaming's longest running jokes. In May 2009, Duke Nukem Forever was cancelled, and 3D Realms was liquidated. It appeared the legacy had ended. However, some of the development team wouldn't let it die and worked on it from their own homes. A year later, Randy Pitchford, CEO of Gearbox Software, who had previously worked for 3D Realms, announced that they had bought the rights for Duke and they're finishing Duke Nukem Forever. After a minor delay, the game is finally out, but does it live up to the hype? Well, no. But come on, let's be realistic, it's a miracle this game's even out.
Did you think I was gone forever?
After completing the single-player campaign, the main bulk of the game, I couldn't help but feel underwhelmed by the whole experience. After 14 years of development, I at least expected it to be well crafted, and it didn't always feel like a Duke Nukem game. Whilst Forever is impressively 10 to 12 hours long, which is a miracle in this day and age, there are sections that are so boring and dull as hell. They've added silly puzzles that don't belong in a Duke game, and I don't know why. This is Duke Nukem, not Tomb Raider. For example, at one point you have to bounce a shipping container by collecting barrels. Back in the day, Duke would have leapt in a car, picked up some babes along the way, and let the gap spouting in a hilarious one-liner. He'd want to blast every alien bastard in sight, not experiment with physics. Let's face it, Duke is an all-out action hero, not Gordon Freeman.
A crowbar would come in handy right about now.
It feels like they've added these puzzles in for the sake of it, just to pad the game out, rather than anything of substance. And yes, the one-liners are still present, but they're nowhere near as good as the ones in Duke 3D. There is the occasional funny one here and there that's like to get some laughs.
Take your tentacles back to Japan, you freak.
But other than that, they're just poorly written. It relies far too much on referencing pop culture and better games such as Valve titles and Dead Space.
I hate Valve puzzles. That's one dead space marine.
If anything, adding a few more one-liners would help to prevent repetitiveness.
I wonder how many pork chops I can make out of you.
The level design is no exception, ripping off other games like Half-Life. However, it's great to see a shooter not take itself too seriously. It makes a change from all these depressing, realistic war shooters that the market's currently being bombarded with. Of course, it falls weak in story, but I can forgive that, cause it's Duke. However, some parts of the story seem more out of place than others. One level, called The Hive, is meant to be taken more seriously. Some at the player hate the alien menace. He deserves women being taken away, kidnapped and raped.
Sorry, babe. It's better this way. Not even I can save you now.
Duke, what's happening to us?
Level's presentation makes it all look crude and tasteless. Serious issues should not be brought up in a Duke game. Does he even need a reason to kill the aliens? It's a Duke, for crying out loud! Some NPCs have also been added to try and flesh out the story, but they just seem dumb, shallow and forgettable.
Duke, good to fucking see ya. I knew that retirement bullshit was just bullshit. Fuck that retirement shit. I just got back from helping my friend find his wife. Christ, what a fucking
They do have their better moments, but they're very rare.
Sorry, Duke.
That said, there are some very fun sections.
The game's opening is a direct homage to Duke 3D. We later find that it's Duke playing with himself, but don't worry, it's okay, he has the assistance of two lovely ladies.
That was fun. Was it good for you, baby?
The story section after that is also very entertaining.
Plus the parts where you're shrunk are quite interesting. It's great to drive an RC car around the wreckage of a casino. There's a variety of stuff to do, so at least, at times, it feels fresh.